Welcome to Learning English, bro. I'm a little bit cold, not going to lie. It's Sunday. Welcome to the quiz. Today I'm very excited. We're doing driving, one of my favorite things to do. I love to drive. I don't have a car at the moment, so make sure and hype this video, give it a like, drop a comment into the chat, and let me know where you're watching from in the world. Love to hear from new followers. Love to hear from everybody, all my regular people. Let me just get myself set up. Oh, Ritu, you're here already. Welcome. Jeez, God, you're fast. You're fast, Ritu. Thank you for the like. I must like it myself, actually. Thank you so much. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm a little bit cold, I'm not going to lie. I have my little blankie here. Let me just, it's caught under the chair. And I'm good. Yes, of course, always waiting for this notification. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. That's so nice to hear. So yeah, we're doing driving today. I'm excited. I love to drive. I don't know really that much in terms of car types. I don't understand how everybody knows car types all of a sudden. That's the one thing that really confuses me. But we're doing car. Weather here today is cold. It's quite cold and it's quite overcast. So it's quite dull and gloomy. But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. I'm getting warm. The house is getting warm. The heating is on. And I've got my blanket and I've got my sweater on. And I'm ready to do a really good quiz today. I'm looking forward to this one. I love driving, as I said. I'm not very knowledgeable about car types or the engine or things like that, but I think I've got a good mix of things for car vocabulary, driving vocabulary, some engine parts, I'm going to throw in some interesting stuff. There's always going to be some interesting vocabulary there. There's always going to be some new stuff for everybody to learn. So yeah, a few people on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Learning English Pro. Hello, Fazanur Art and Craft. Hello, welcome back to the quiz. As you can see from my graphics, we are doing driving, cars, you know, interesting stuff today. Does everybody drive? I love to drive. I don't have a car at the moment. I drive my dad's car. I'm insured on that. So I do drive that sometimes, and they're very good. I filled it up with petrol or gasoline today. Um, oh, Carmine is here. Hi, Carmine. Guten Tag, Carmine, our German translator. Hi, Sai. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the live chat and the quiz. We're doing driving and cars. Where is the Irish tea? Ritu, the Irish tea is always here. This is the thing I always make before my live. I mightn't have battery, I mightn't have headphones, I mightn't have good sound, but I'll always have my tea. Always, it's an essential. Although I usually forget about it and it's freezing cold by the end. But yeah, always have to have my tea. No matter how late I am, I have to. It's like my comfort. Maybe it's my live, so I don't go crazy on the live. It keeps me balanced, keeps me here. That's imp to keep yourself warm. Yes, exactly. Keeps me warm. I do have my blankie, as I said, and I have my nice. I have a new sweater on today for everybody. Headphones are charged, and we never have to worry about the phone anymore because the phone I plug it in now as we're watching it live. So I hope there's no feedback or anything. Burden, hello, Burden, or Thorden, Three Erden. Hello, hello to everybody. Yeah, so we have a quiz today. I have 50 slides ready. That's 50 terms, 50 vocabulary words relating to English for driving, for cars, for lots of really stuff. Burden. Thank you, Burden. Thank you. I will say that in future. So I'm going to have a sip of tea and then we're going to get straight into our quiz. If this is your first time, I'm going to have images on the screen. You jump into the chat with the vocabulary. It's not about being the fastest, although we do have some very fast typers. No problem, Burden. You're very welcome. It's not about being the fastest, but we want to have precision with our spelling. And, we're always looking for interesting words, British English, American English, all that. Title, not name. Yeah, I got that. Hello, Crunel. Oh, one of our fast typers is here. We have some very, very top scorers here in the quiz today. We've Ritu, we've Sai, Crunel. Burden is back. Fazanor is back as well. Lovely to have lots of my regulars here. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Karan Kumar, hello to you, another regular. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're all ready for the driving quiz. Will we get started? So let's jump on with our first. Okay, so these are all nouns generally. So I thought we'd start off with the basics. Okay, so we have three things here. What are these things called first? These actual things. So gas, yes, we have. Yes, okay. So these would one of these would be called hitting the gas, but we'll get back to that in a second. These are pedals. Yes, exactly. These are the things our feet go on and we push and they operate the car. So these are pedals, okay? So I always, when I was learning to drive, I was told A, B, C. Okay. Now these might be different. I'm pretty sure they're the same regardless of where you drive each side of the road. So we have A, B, C. What does A, B, C stand for in this case? Okay, so we have pedals. Yes, lots of people coming in with pedals. Burden, Karan Kumar, Carmine, Gashpidal, Ritu, pedals or pads. Yes, he's quite kind of these parts of it would be pads. So well done. So I do see Krunel in there with the answer I'm looking for, but just have a think yourself. We have A, B, C. These are the first letters of each of these pedals, what we call them. We have A, B, C. Let's have a look and see. Okay, so first up we have A, which is the accelerator. Okay, in American English, this could also be called the gas. Hit the gas, hit the accelerator. You're getting away from robbing the bank. Hit the gas, hit the accelerator. Yeah, hit that. Floor it would be another bit of slang. I'm not a professional racer or card. I'm not a professional race car driver nor an engineer, so I might be rusty in trying to answer correctly any of these, but I shall try. Good. Yes, these are all general. We have nothing crazy here in terms of it's not going to be very. I don't know that much about cars. I'll just be honest. So we're going very general here. There's nothing too complicated, but these might be a lot of new words for you to learn as well. So if you don't know, jump in with the guess, or just hang back and see what everyone else answers. But just keep an eye on the chat and jump in when you can. And don't worry too much about spelling. We're just going to try and get the vocabulary into your head today. So yes, we have these are pedals individually, and then we have the accelerator, the brake, and the clutch. So let's have a look. We have Krunel in with that, and Sai is in with that as well. The gas pedal, this is what we might call this one, but we have accelerator, the brake. So this is when we stop, we hit the brake, or we use the clutch. The clutch is for changing gears, okay? Changing gears. And we'll come back to this a little bit later as well on another slide. Okay, so let's keep going. So next up, would you like to be in one of these? Have you ever been in one of these? I was in one of these once, and we'll go through a few answers, and then I'll tell you about my experience. It's quite a good one, actually. It's where you might expect one to be in a limousine. I will tell you a little bit about my. Oh, I just said the word. This happens sometimes. I just say the word, but lots of people are jumping in with the answer even before I said it. We have Cornell with limousine, which is the long word, isn't it? This is the long word. Does anyone else know what a limousine is? It's something else as well. It's a type of animal. Just as an aside, what else? What animal is a limousine? Anyway, let's get back. Rishu is in with limo, and limo, Cornell is in with limo as well. So the limo is the shortened version. This is a cool way we say, are you getting the limo? Are you getting in the limo? Limousine or simply a limo from Burden, limousine from Psy, and Carmine is in with the German as well. So we have limousine or a limo for short. Okay. So what else can be a limousine? A cow can be a limousine. If you know, that's where the word it's a breed of cow. I think a very expensive kind of beef comes from that cow. It's like a premier beef cow. Saw Limo for the first time on WWE. Mr. McMahon. Oh, we're going back to our WWE chat. Have we come to notice, and sorry for being morbid, can't help it, a funeral hearse sometimes looks like a shortened limousine. Yes, a hearse. Yes, it does look like, it just needs that space at the back. So we did have hearse a while ago. We did a episode on death vocabulary. So a Jersey cow. I'm not sure if it's a Jersey cow, but I know a limousine is definitely a type of cow. Probably, I think a Jersey cow does produce quite good milk. So maybe that is the limousine. But well done, Cornell. Yes, it's a type of cow that produces very good meat and dairy, probably. So let's keep going. So I'm looking for this when it goes, what is the American term? And we also have the British term for this one. What is the British and the American term? And I think we might have actually three terms, two American terms and one British term. I'm seeing one coming in there. So we have, let's see, we have Cornell in with two words as well. Very good. Sai is in with two words. Rahul Jack. Hello, Rahul Jack. So we have indicators, which what I would say we call it in UK and Ireland, the indicators. And we also have blinkers, burden, Kunal, Sai, taillights. No, the taillights are at the back. They're something different. Blinkers from Carmine. Sai is saying turn signal. That's the one I was thinking of. So signal, we would say indicator in British English. A turn signal, or blinker in American English. Burden's in with all three, and then you just retracted it, so don't no stress. So we have an indicator in British English, or we have blinkers or turn signals in American English. Well done, everybody. Okay, a different form of vehicle. What is the name of this vehicle? If you're in Ireland, you might get held up behind one of these on the road. So, what is the name of this vehicle? Oh, I see an emoji. Very good. Okay, so of course, used in farming, this is a tractor. Well done to Cornell, Burden, John Deere tractor. I don't know who John Deere is. Sai is in and Ritu is in with tractor. Well done, everybody. Well done. This is, of course, a tractor. Fazanor Art and Craft tractor. Yeah, if you get stuck behind these on a road, it can slow down. John Deere is a brand. Okay, I didn't know that. John Deere is a brand, green and yellow. Okay, very good. Well, I'm not pushing any brands. I also realized I didn't tell you the limousine story, so we'll get to that at the end. It's a good one. It's a good. It involves celebrities, um, so we'll come back to that. Okay, again we have British and American English. What is it called? This part of the car. What is it called in American English? What is it called in British English? So I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. Well done. You guys are so fast and so quick. So, as I said, we have British English and we have American English for this space. This is the space at the back of the car. We open it up like that. We can put our groceries, our shopping. In movies, they put people when they're kidnapping them and these things. So this, of course, is the trunk in American English. So we have the trunk in American English. That's Cornell, Sai. Ritu is in as well. The car trunk or the trunk. Go crazy now. Hello to you. Hi, welcome. The trunk, unlike Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. I've never watched Dragon Ball. Yeah, the trunk is the store. So the trunk in American English. Hello, everybody. And then in British English, we have the boot. I would call this the car boot. We would say, put this in the boot. Where's the shopping or the groceries? The groceries are in the car boot or the boot. And in American English, we have trunk. Trunk. And an elephant's nose is called a trunk as well. Okay, let's keep going. So, again, British English, American English, please. What is the British English for? This is where we get our fuel. Where do we go? What is it called in British English? What is it called in American English? Kartik Kumar, hello to you. Welcome. You share wisdom from the deepest heart with much love and respect. Yes, I do try. I really enjoy coming on here and doing a quiz. So, Kunal is saying the exact spot, which is a petrol pump. Very good. Yeah, that's what I would call this exact spot. What would we call the entire place? And we have Kartik in with gas station. This is the American English. Sai is in with gas station, or petrol pump or gas pump. If you're saying gas station, you would say gas pump because you're in American. Americans call it gas or gasoline. In British English and Irish English, we say petrol. Petrol. The boot, what would refer to literal boots, is different between the. Well, we just have to think about context. If someone's talking about, I'm going to put this in the boot, you know, they're not going to usually put their groceries in the boot of their shoe. So you have to think about context. This is where English gets a little bit tricky and vocabulary can get a little bit. That's what I'm here for. So petrol station, yeah. So that's what we call it in British English or in Ireland. A petrol station, go crazy now, is in with gas station. In India, it's called a petrol pump. So this is what we would call the petrol pump here exactly. Maybe you call it the whole place a petrol pump, huh? Let's have a look. I'm putting my boots on and entering the boot. Exactly. Yeah, you could. Your boots could be in the boot. Where's your boots? My boots are in the boot. So yes, English can be confusing. Okay, that's called. Okay, this is the best picture I could find of this. Okay, so this is a thing that goes onto the wheel of the car, okay, on top of the tires. So, what is the name of this thing? I have lost one or two of these. Okay, we have a rim. Okay, a rim, which is probably, I think, what it's called in American English. I would call it a hubcap, and Crunel, Sai are in with hubcap. Go crazy now. We're having some Indian chat. Hello to all my Indian followers. Um, so Kartik is not well. I hope you're feeling okay. A rim, I think a rim is what it is called in American English. Let me just check. One moment. A wheel cover. So they're a little bit more basic. A rim, I think, is one that spins. It's like from the hip hop videos, when they got the big sexy cars and they have those things like a rim, I think, is one that spins, something that's super cool. Americans would just call this something very basic, like a wheel cover, but we call it a hubcap. A hubcap. This is a wheel facade. Yes, it goes on the front. The facade is another word we have for front, the front of something. Rim is what you put your wheel on and it's metal and heavy. As I said, I'm not an expert on cars. A rim, okay, so I wouldn't say rim, I would go for wheel cover in American English, and hubcap is the word I'm looking for in British English. I mean your tire. Yeah, it goes on the front of the tire. Very good. Okay, tire on rims. Okay, let's keep going. So when you drive a car in, I'd say, most places in the world, you would need this document. What is the name of the document that you need when you drive? You usually have to pass a test. In America, it's the DMV. Here, I think we just call it the Driving License Authority, maybe, or the RSA, I think it's called. So we have lots of correct answers in already. Kunal, Sai, Karan Kumar, Kartik Kumar, Ritu, Go Crazy Now. We all have driving license. Yeah, just check the spelling. This is something that I have spelled wrong a few times. Driver's license, yes, or driving license. Perfect. Yes, exactly. Well done. I got mine when I was 25. Oh, let me just see if we can get this. Okay, so I don't think this is very common in the United States. There is a word I've heard it called in the United States, which is quite strange. But what do we call this junction? This is a type of junction. Okay, lots. So I see lots of the correct answer, and I got mine when I was 18. Oh, very good, Kartik Kumar. I failed my first driving test, and then I got it on the second one. So, okay. So we have a roundabout. Yes, Krunal, Rishu, Sai, Karan Kumar, Kartik are all in with roundabout. Driver's license costs 4,000 euros in Germany. 4,000 euros. Oh no, it's only like 120 here, I think. 4,000 euros. Oh, that's scandalous. Oh, that's outrageous. Um, wow. Okay. So this is a roundabout. I got my license in the first go. Well done, Ritu. Well done. Everyone jump in and share your driver's license experience and test. A circular road, I'm joking. Yes, a roundabout. Yes. Then you drive on the Autobahn if you have that license. Yeah, the Autobahn sounds scary. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so roundabout is what I think it's called most places. I did hear on GPS once, it was giving, the directions, and it called it a rotary. So I think this might be American English to call it a rotary, which means it's kind of related to rotate. But I would always go at roundabout. I never got my license. I still can't drive and refuse to at my age of 24. I would advise anyone to drive. I love driving. But I've had deadly road experiences. Okay, yeah, well, me too. I've been in three car crashes. None of them my fault. I'd rather walk. Okay, well, I respect that. I respect. You want to be a pedestrian. That's what we call people who walk. Pedestrians. It's a noble thing being a pedestrian. Okay, we have a car part. What is the name of this one? What do you call this? There's two names again. Lots of this stuff will have two names, American English or British English. So, what is the name of this one? Can you walk in the USA? I think everyone drives everywhere, don't they? Depending on the city, but I think Americans really do have a big driving culture. Here, it's very easy to get around with public transport. We're blessed, even though it's not perfect. So Krunal, Rishu, Go Crazy Now, Karan Kumar, Sai, and Kartik Kumar are all in with Handbrake. Yes, yes, you can walk in the US, says Burden. Handbrake from Kartik Kumar as well. So handbrake, yes. In American English, I think it's called a parking brake. Parking brake. Handbrake. Yeah, I would call it the handbrake. Well done. Let's keep going. So we're looking at something we use in the engine now, and it's this particular stick. Okay, we use this to test the oil level in the engine. So we have a particular name. It's quite a funny word. We can use it in a derogatory sense to call someone this. So some of this might get blocked. I'm just going to go on and make sure that nothing is blocked in this one. Yeah, Cornell is in first. It got blocked, of course, and some people are getting blocked, some people aren't. So because it is a derogatory term. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm pressing too many things. Okay. Okay, I'm unblocking. So some of you mightn't see what you're typing because it is a derogatory term. It is a dipstick. Okay, and you can call someone a dipstick means when they're being like an idiot or an asshole. So Cornell, I had to go onto the phone here. Cornell, dipstick to check the oil level. Yes, you actually need to push this button by the thumb. Dipstick, yeah. Oh, I would go all one word. That's a dipstick. If I got my stepdad to answer this, he'd probably get them all correct. Yeah, some people are really knowledgeable with cars. I think I would know all of them. So, and we have Kartik. I think he spelled that one on purpose wrong. He's a car guy. Okay, so this is a dipstick. Um, you can also call someone a dipstick. Yes, exactly. And hello to you, follower. I can't read your name, I'm afraid, but hello to you. I hope you're well. So this is a dipstick, and yes, as we've discovered with all the blocked things, this is a derogatory term. You can call someone this word if they're being an asshole, if they're being an idiot. It's a strong one. It's a strong one to call someone. I didn't think it would get blocked. So let's do something much more PG. What is this called? Quite easy one. I hope everyone uses them. I'm quite fanatical about everyone using them. You're crazy if you don't use them. Mm. Okay, so Cornell, Ritu. Cornell, you're in with very detailed there. A 3-point seatbelt. I never heard of that term. You must have some knowledge. A seatbelt, yes. Cornell, Ritu, Sai, Go Crazy Now, Fazanor, Kartik, and Krunal. Volvo invented this and didn't patent it. Good for Volvo. Very good. Yes, a seatbelt. I would go all one word, seatbelt. Sometimes my brain would confuse this with my belt for my pants. Easily done. Easily done. Yes. It is the same area, isn't it? So, yes, we have a seatbelt. Good job, everyone. I hope everyone wears one. So this is something that happens on the road. We have a particular term for this hole in the road, and I've given away a little bit of the word there. What do we call this hole in the road surface? And you're driving and you go, you know, what is it called? That is something which Indians never care to put on. Oh, I hope all Indians, everyone wears a seatbelt. So yes, it's a type of erosion, really. It's like a man-made erosion. And we have a puddle. So we could have a puddle inside this. The puddle is inside. This is a pothole. So we have Crunel and Burden in with pothole. Anyone else in with and we had puddle. So the puddle forms inside the pothole. Indian roads are full of them, Kartik Kumar. I'm sorry to hear that. We have a few here in Ireland. I think they're everywhere, really, aren't they? Shrey Prakish says, "Who? Hello, hello to you." So let's keep going. We have a pothole, all one word. So, what's this part of the car called? Do you know? Pop into the chat and let me know. If this is your first time with the channel, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Decayed roads, yeah, like that's kind of a very poetic way to say pothole. So we say that the roads are in bad condition. So we have a few different words here. Some people know a lot more about cars than I do. So generally, I would call this an exhaust pipe, maybe. Crunel is in, we have the word, okay, so we have exhaust. Karan Kumar is in an exhaust as well. Exhaust pipes, Crunel. Rita's in an exhaust pipe. That's what I would call them, exhaust pipe, an exhaust system, yeah. We also have the word muffler, which I think this bit on the front is a muffler. And a muffler is generally something that I think that reduces the sound or something to do with the sound. Maybe someone can jump in and let me know. So we lots of people in with muffler. Cornell, Burden, Glid San Santos, hello to you, welcome. A muffler go crazy now. Oshpipe in German, and we always have the German in there. I have accidentally burnt out and hurt my car with a muffler once. Painful experience. Okay. It muffles the engine noise. Yeah, so it reduces the engine noise, a muffler. And this is the exhaust pipe here. And we call this the exhaust, the smoke or car fumes, the smoke that comes out of the car. Okay, let's keep going. So, where do we take our car when we need it repaired? What's the name of the place that we go to? Can anyone know? There's kind of two words we can say. Like a sting, necessarily a burn like third degree, but left a mark, and it hurt like hell for a good few hours. Ouch. Ouch. So just be careful when you're dealing with cars, everybody. So yeah, lots of kind of words and kind of regional differences in what we would call this place. We have Cornell in with two words. Reach is in, yeah, perfect. So let's go through them, shall we? So we have garage from Cornell. A garage is what you have in your house usually. Cornell garage. A lift from Glad San Santos. So yeah, the car is on a lift. We also have another word for this, which we'll come back to later. A workshop, yeah, a car workshop. That's a really nice word for it as well. Service station, yeah, we could call it a car service station where the car gets serviced, definitely. Workshop or garage, I would call it a garage, really. That's the one I would go for. A car repair shop, maybe, Si. A work gouge, I'd say work garage. I wouldn't, let me think. A workshop, yeah. Workstation, not so much a workstation. I would go garage mostly. It's a car garage, car workshop. Yeah, that's a good one too. So we'll come back to it though. I have another slide related to that later. Okay, so what is this extra wheel called in the car? Very handy to have. I know some cars, new cars, don't really have one anymore. But what is this extra tire? You'll find it in the boot or the trunk. What is the extra tire called? Okay, a bony. Hi, Anorak. I don't know what a bony is. A bony another word for that? I never heard that term. Bony. Hmm. Not sure. You can let me know in the chat. Okay, so yeah, a spare wheel or a spare tire would be another way we call it. A spare wheel from Cunel, size in spare tire from Gladstone Santos, yes. And just with tire, you have the American spelling, which is Tire, or the British version, which is Tye. Okay, so we have spare tire, the spare. You could just be called the spare, absolutely. Go crazy now. The bonnet. Now this would be in the trunk of the car. This is the trunk or the boot. The spare, yes, no problem, Anorak. Spare tire from Gladstone Santos. Called in India the spare wheel. Yeah, we can take spare wheel as well. They started removing spare wheels and added puncture repair kit instead. Yeah, I know. That's capitalism for you. A Stephanie, I don't know what a Stephanie is. I never heard that term before. I see a few people putting it. Stephanie. Let's have a look and see what that comes up as. Hmm. Okay, so we have the word Stephanie, which I've never heard of. It's an extra wheel that is available when you need it. Okay, I never heard of that. Is that a really old word? I've never heard that word before. I would just go spare tire, spare wheel. Spare is the key term here. Additional. Okay, so an easy one. What is this type of transport called? What is this type of vehicle used in deliveries, transport of goods? Lots of people renovate them now and have, like, especially across Europe, people renovate them, put beds inside, put kitchens inside, and drive all over Europe and live in them. So it's a very simple word. He is not Stephanie. Well, I never heard that word before. So we have Crunel, Sai, Rishu, Gled, San Santos. Crunel's coming in. I didn't know it was a particular type. Another word, yeah, cargo is a great word. Anorak. Nell 254 is in. Hi, Nell. So I don't know. Everyone's saying Stephanie. I don't. I'm gonna keep going. This, of course, is a van. So, and Cornell is saying a Mercedes van. So I'm not sure about the type. We could also say a cargo van or a delivery van if it's used. If it has a specific use, we might kind of give it a little bit more information. A delivery van, cargo van, the type of van it is, a Mercedes van, a white van, a transit van is what we sometimes call it, a transit van. So let's keep going. Okay, so I told you we're gonna do lots of terminology around cars and driving today. So what is the key word I'm looking for here? What's going on? If you're not sure what the keyword is, you can say in simple English what's happening here. So let me know and see. A freight carrier. Yeah, I think a freight carrier is the term we would use for an airplane that carries cargo. I think a freight carrier. I'm pretty sure because a carrier can be another word for an airline. Mercedes logo is covered up. Oh, I see. I see. Very well spotted. Okay. Yes, lots of correct terms. So the term I'm looking for is a breathalyzer. So we have breath analyzer from Cornell, but we this is actually turned into a portmanteau, which is when we kind of slam two words together and make a new word. So Burton's in with breathalyzer. Yes, this is the term, a breathalyzer. Okay. Anorak is saying alcohol detection. Perfect. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. The policeman or the cop is looking for alcohol. He's looking to detect alcohol in the breath. Alcohol breath, Crinell. Yes, exactly. Breathalyzer. Yes, from Nell and Rishu. Alcohol detection device. Perfect from Glad San Santos. Yes. So this is a police stop. They've pulled this woman over or stopped the car and they're checking her breath for alcohol to see what percentage of alcohol is she breaking the law. Maybe he saw the car moving in a strange way. Maybe there's something suspicious with her driving. Is she drunk? Find out next time. The story continues. Okay, so what is this thing called in a car? What is the exact term I'm looking for? I'm gonna have some tea. I nearly finished the tea. Okay, so yes, it is a speed gauge. That's two words. We do have one word for it, a speed meter. Yeah, yeah, but you're very close. Anorak is in with a speedometer. Yeah, I mean it's speed. It's spelled speedometer, but speedometer I think is the correct way to say it. speedometer, anorak, psi, speed meter. Yeah, but we just have the word speedometer. Go crazy now with these men said. Hmm, I'm not sure. Okay, so speedometer, that's what this is. Okay, it's a speed gauge, a gauge that measures the speed of the car. It's a type of meter that measures speed, but we just have one word, a speedometer. There we go. Speed o meter. That's how we spell it. Okay, let's keep going. So, what's this called? There might be a few regional variations on this. I'm pointing upwards, lol. Oh, what this month? Oh, I see. Okay. Speedometer. It's not a bumper. A bumper is the thing that's around the car. Do we have one on this one? Let me see. This I don't think this car has a bumper or a very small one. But this is a speed bump. Yeah, Burton's in. Artificial speed bump from Psy. Yeah. I don't know if it is natural speed bumps, is there? Now is in a speed bump. A speed breaker. Oh, that's a nice term for it. That might be a regional variation, maybe. But a speed bump, a road bump, a bump in the road. Yeah, a speed bump. That's the term I would go for. We have much bigger ones in Ireland. Our ones are like little mountains. Okay. So, what's the exact term I'm looking for this mirror in the car? Okay, I know it's a mirror. What specific mirror do we call this in the car? I'm looking at the. Yeah, it is a type of internal mirror. Yeah, that is a nice way to say it, but we do have a specific term for this mirror. Center mirror, it could be called a center mirror, sure, but we have a better term for it. I see back view. I've never heard back view, but you're very close, Anorak. Not exactly sure, but it's a mirror to look behind you. Yes, exactly. So let's see who was in with there. Sai was saying a rear view mirror. So rear is another word for behind. Okay. So rear view mirror. Rear internal mirror. Yeah, we could say that, but the correct term is rear view mirror. It's a difficult one for if you have trouble with the oars. Rear view mirror. Uber driver checks out the chick mirror. Yeah, oh, maybe. Hello, folks. Hello, Constricted Constitution. You're very welcome back. Our generous friend is back. Thank you so much, as always. Thank you so much. Rear view mirror. Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Rear view mirror. Rear view. Yeah. So your rear can be your behind. In other words, about the side external mirror. Oh yeah, so we're going to get onto that one. We're going to get onto the other mirror in a sec. It is coming up. Let me just see if I can jump to it actually. Yeah. So this is the other mirror. So we have the word. What is the word for this one? Yo, why is Jared twerking? I was just showing you my rear, which is the word that we were discussing. Okay, so we had rear view mirror. So what's this mirror called? We have Cyan and Kartik and 6695. Hello to you. Burden's in as well. A side view mirror or a side mirror. Yeah, side view mirror. Handyman at work. Yeah, hi to you. Side mirror, Karan Kumar. Side mirror or a side view mirror. We had rear view mirror. So this is a side mirror or a rear view mirror. Side view mirror from Dunga. Yeah, well done. Okay, let's get back to where we were. I jumped ahead there. So that's where were we? Okay, so on roads, on part of roads, lots of them in Dublin, we have particular lanes or particular roads that are just for a bus. What is the name? And I'm looking for the part of the road that's just for the bus. What do we call that? So it's not a bus stop. That's where the bus stops and that's passengers on. So what is the correct term we are looking for? It's not a bus stop. No. So we have burdens in, sigh is in. A busway? I have never heard it called a busway, but perhaps maybe when it's just one road, it might be called a busway. So this is called a bus lane. Okay. Burden was in, Sai was in, Crunel was in, Risha was in. Bus only lane? No, just a bus lane. A bus lane. Karan Kumar, bus lane. Staying in your lane, exactly. So when we have a road, and we'll see a road later, which has lots of lanes. Okay, lots of lanes. Sometimes at the side we have a bus lane. That's what it's called. That is exclusively for buses or taxis or sometimes like cyclists or motorbikes. That's the rule in Dublin. If you have a bus lane, taxis, buses, motorcyclists, and cyclists can use the bus lane. So yes, bus lane. Got a phone call. Sorry, no problem, Cornell. Staying in your lane. Yeah, and that's where the term "stay in your lane" stay in your lane. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. More quiz, more verbs, more everything. Okay, what words are coming up in your head, English terms related for this? What is this? We have a noun for this, a term for this in English. There's also another word I can think of. There's maybe a few words we could think of for this situation. So, I thought bus lane is only for bus. Yes, but in Ireland, the rule for the bus lane is that taxis, any kind of public transport, can use the bus lane. Constricted Constitution, thank you so much. Oh my God, you're so kind. Constricted Constitution has come back with another tip. Thank you so much. That's so lovely of you. That really helps and makes the life really worthwhile for me financially. So thank you so much. So kind for you. And I will definitely put it towards my tea. Thank you so much. It's lovely. I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you. Very nice of you. So we have Anorak 6695, Richard. Hi, Richard. Richard Bard, sorry. We have traffic. Yes, this is a traffic jam. Cornell is in a traffic jam. Thank you so much, Constricted Constitution. I always get really shy. No, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. So yes, traffic. This is just traffic. La La Land traffic. Yes, Los Angeles' favorites from a traffic jam. I would call it a traffic jam. Road cortisol. Yeah, exactly. And may I know where you are, England? No, I'm in Ireland. We're at Dublin here. Backed up traffic. Yeah, we can say the traffic is really backed up. That's a really good one now. Traffic from Handyman at Work. Carmine says hi. Hi again, Carmine. Cornell. Oh, you're talking to each other. So yeah, and Constricted Constitution, thank you so much again. If anyone wants to join in and send me a tip, I'd be really appreciative. It really helps out, especially with the lives. It really helps. So thank you so much, Constricted Constitution again. So kind. So yes, we have traffic jam. Another term I was looking for, gridlock. Well done, Rishu. That's perfect. Gridlock. Yes, we would say, oh, I'm in gridlock. I'm going to be late. I'm in a traffic jam. I'm in gridlock. Traffic is really backed up. Another word we could say is rush hour. If this is at a particular time of day, like before 9 a.m., around lunchtime, or after between 5 and 7, this could be rush hour. I'm in a headlock. I would say gridlock. Gridlock for now, Lex. Gridlock is a little bit better than headlock. A headlock is when you have someone in a headlock. That's a headlock. I imagine someone's head there, and I was like, get him. He gives him a nuggie. Oh, there was a Doctor Who episode called Gridlock where flying cars get into a traffic jam. That makes so much sense now. Yes, exactly. They were in a tunnel, weren't they? I think I remember that one. Carmine. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. A headlock. And you get your knuckle and you go like that on their head. That's a nuggie, I think, as far as I know. I am you, no context, rush hour. Okay. Okay, so we have an engine part. Okay. What is this engine part called? This is really one of maybe three engine parts that I know. So I'm not going too crazy. It's not a piston reissue. You're very close, though. I know it looks like that kind of thing. But this is a particular type of thing that we put into the car. Crunel is in, Anorak is in, Sai, Dumb Guy, some tool. I have no idea. That's okay. That's okay. Karan Kumar, spark plug. Yes, we have spark plug. This is a plug. Yeah, someone might say I need a plug for the car, but a spark plug. Is it a night city? A night city? Oh, that's maybe about the last picture. Oh, yeah, it was a night picture, all right. It burns petrol. I have no idea. I think a spark, yeah, it ignites, it starts the ignition, doesn't it? It's part of the ignition process. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna claim too much of knowledge about what this stuff is. A spark plug. 6, 7, 6, 7. There we go. Thank you for that. PPXIL. That's just burn with spark plug. Diesel. Sorry, I was still bamboozled there by 6, 7. It ignites the engine, not burn the petrol. Combustion is triggered by the spark plug. There we go. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so earlier we had a garage, a car garage, a car workshop, car service shop, maybe. What is this guy? What do we call? What's the name for this person that works on your car? Okay, very good. I'm gonna have a little sip of my tea. That's Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Is it? Is it a famous Daniel or some? Sometimes you see celebrities have done these images, like Simu the guy from Marvel, did loads of these pictures. So, okay, so we have mechanic from Crunel, Sai. Could be Daniel the mechanic, definitely constricted constitution. Burden, mechanic. Richa Bard, mechanic, Karan Kumar. Automotive mechanic, lovely, love that dumb guy. Making manchow soup. Oh, delicious. Make me a bowl. Reaches in with mechanic. Daniel, LOL, a friend of mine is named Daniel. Good guy in my eyes. That's good to hear. And we have Carmine in there with the German. Yeah, so we have a mechanic, pure English mechanic. But the mechanic works in the garage. Okay, let's keep going. So we have another car part, another simple one, nothing too difficult for my unknowledgeable people out there on car parts like myself. I know like four or five parts. What is the name of this one? So what other words do we have here as well? We have positive and negative as well, don't we? And we're going to come back to this kind of bit thinking. Oh, we have lots of lovely detail. So a battery, yes. So Cordell size in with battery. Constricted Constitution, my lovely supporter as always, is coming with car battery. Yes, it's a car battery. Dumb guy, you're coming in with a 12V battery, 12-volt battery. I have no idea. I'll take your word. An acid battery. Yeah, I think these are containing acid, aren't they, Rishu? A lead acid battery. Ooh, Cornell. Yeah, acid battery. Perfect. A battery from Craig Kumar. Very good. A block of power, the car's heart, the battery. Well done, Bird. I feel very invigorated reading that. Lead acid battery. Well done, Ritu. Battery from Richard. Battery from Shani Michael. Hi, Shani Michael. And then we have the German and of the car. Of course, battery of a car. We have a car battery. Wow, great, everybody. That was amazing. That was really amazing. Okay, you're driving down the road and you see this sign. What is the situation that's going on here? Now, the word I'm looking for is actually on the sign. So I want to go up this road, but the sign is telling me I have to go this way. Something's happening, and I have to go this way. What is the word I'm looking for? It was actually on I had to black it out so you wouldn't cheat. I'm joking. You never cheat. Okay, so it is a caution sign, correct, Kumar? It is a caution sign that we would see in the road. But I'm talking about the kind of whole situation. What is going on? And VLC Media Player. I love that. Okay, so Crunel is in with the correct word. A roadblock, yes. This is a type of roadblock. Constricted Constitution has joined you're so generous. So Constricted Constitution has joined the fan tier club. We're just going to talk about that for a second. So you'll get access to 300 of my videos. You'll have access to lots and lots of learning. You'll have access to videos on professional English, lots and lots of topics. So thank you so much for your generosity. I'm really blown away by it. The tea is definitely on you this weekend. So thank you so much. If anyone wants to join, all the links are in the description. So thank you so much. Okay, so yes, it's a type of road sign. Yeah, it's a roadblock. Yeah, but the word I'm looking for is diversion. A diversion. It is a type of deviation, but the situation here is a diversion. Okay, Crenell is in with diversion. Who else? Anyone else in with diversion? Nell is in with diversion. That is the word I'm looking for. This could be for roadworks. It is a road sign. Roadworks could be happening up ahead. But the term here, if I had to ring somebody and say, I'm late, there was a diversion on the road, on the route. I had to take a diversion. So I had to drive all around to come back. This is a diversion. This is the word that was on the sign. I should have had the opposite diversion. Thank you so much, Constricted Constitution. Thank you. Diversion. Yeah, okay. Can you gift memberships? I can't. I can't. I'm supposed to be able to gift 10 per month, and for whatever reason, YouTube have really failed and allow. I've been hearing for a year that I should be able to gift memberships, and I just can't. I will. Let me just see if I click on somebody. Let me just see if I can gift anything. No, so I'm clicking on Rishu at the moment. I've clicked on you, Rishu, and there's no option to gift. I don't think, and I'm looking over here. I have no options to get. I would love to gift everybody, everyone that's here. I would gift right now. All my regular lovely people. I would give you all gift memberships, no problem. But Constricted Constitution, thank you so much for your support. I'm blown away today by how generous you've been. So thank you so much. So yes, a diversion. Isn't a diversion can also be some distraction. Yes, a diversion could be, create, if you want to create a diversion, you're creating a distraction. So, yes, you're exactly right. But in terms of a road journey, a diversion is this. I'm taking a diversion, you would say. Okay, what is going on? What is the situation? I have what is this? YouTube has been very black and white with content creators recently, which sucks. Yes, but they are the best. YouTube, as you know, yes, there is a fault with some things, constrict, definitely, but they are the best in terms of support for me, anyway. I definitely find YouTube the best. Ozzy, 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 oi, 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 from Dumb Guy, yeah. Ole, 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 ole. A puncture. Yes, exactly, Crenell. Perfect. Reaches in with puncture as well. A flat tire from Burden and Anorak. And we have the two spellings there, the British spelling and the American spelling. A deflated tire from Nell. Yes. Puncture tire, a tire puncture from Sai. A tire blowout. Yeah, I think a tire blowout might be a little bit more vicious. You might have the tire everywhere, which is horrendous. I'd hate that to happen. A puncture from Richard. Yes. A flat tire. Well done. AJ, hey AJ. Tire burst. We could maybe say that. A flat tire or puncture is probably best. Flat tire. Okay. So the American spelling of tire is this one. Ba, 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 ba. That's it there. You can see it in chat. And then the British version is this one. TY. So the American spelling is TIRE. The UK spelling is TYRE. I spell it TYRE. Tire blow. So a tire blowout is when the tire basically explodes on the road. It's like the worst case scenario. A flat tire. Yes, Sachin. Hi, Sachin. Welcome back. So the tire of the car is punctured. Yes, exactly. You can get a puncture, if you drive over a nail or glass or some material, something that you shouldn't. You can get a puncture in the car. Americans are tired of tires. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Okay, let's keep going. So, what is the name when you go onk, 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 onk? What is the name of this instrument in the car to make noise? I'm too tired. I'm too tired. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. A famous one by oh, what's his name? He's been cancelled now. Burst is kind of a boom. Yeah, exactly. You would make a big noise. And Cornell's with honking. Yes, we honk. This is the verb honk, the honk machine from Constricted Constitution. And we would say, yes, this is the horn, the car horn from AJ, Sai, Richard Vard. Nell is in the horn, yes. Kran Kumar. 6695 is the horn. Honk is the verb. Yeah, we honk the horn. I would say to someone, honk the horn. Please honk the horn. Stop honking. Yes. Horn. Yes. Honking, a very obnoxious sound to alert someone's attention. Yes, exactly. Honk. Honkers. Yeah, I think honkers is another word for crazy, isn't it? Another maybe derogatory term for crazy. Okay, so earlier we had the speedometer or the speed gauge. What do we call this one? What's this one called? Constricted constitutionalism a gauge, yes. An odometer. I did see this word when I was um, researching. So an odometer is a device that measures and records the distance the vehicle has traveled. So that's about distance it has traveled. So I would say, yeah, a fuel gauge. It's my first time here. I subscribed to you 2 days ago, but I love the way you teach. Thank you. Thank you so much, Coca DN9UU. That's lovely of you. Thank you so much, and you're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining in the chat. I'd love to have you here. So I would go with the fuel gauge. Yeah, Nell is in Cornell. Rishu, Gage, yeah, you've all spelled it pretty good. Dumb guy, Sai, gas meter. Yeah, you could. It is a meter that measures gasoline, so you could say that. You would be understood, Burden. But I would go fuel gauge here. Fuel gauge, gasoline sign. Yeah, you could say that. You would be understood. But the fuel gauge is the correct term we have. Sachin, AJ, Richard, fuel gauge. An automobile quiz. Who would have thought? There we go. Yeah, lots of vocabulary. You're going to have a totally different topic tomorrow as well. Get excited. Something historical tomorrow, maybe. We're going to do lots of vocabulary. I'm just going to do what we enjoy. And I know the food was dragged out a little bit. I did the whole week last week of food, but I kind of enjoyed it. But we're going to mix it up as much as we can. In gaming terms, it's the Cars Hunger Bar. Exactly, the Hunger Bar, which plagues me on my Minecraft. I have to eat lots of roast chicken on my Minecraft. Church is starting for me in a few minutes. Burden, if you have to go, thank you so much for joining. Enjoy church. A full tank, yeah. I just topped up my car, my dad's car. It was €54. It was expensive. Sadia, hello, Sadia. Hello, welcome back. In gaming terms, the Guards 100. Yes, I'm excited about tomorrow. Yes, history tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit of history maybe tomorrow. Your uniqueness is incomparable. That's so nice, Sachin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yes, we have the fuel gauge here. Okay. I think I have a sneeze coming. They say if you think of a pineapple, you won't sneeze. So, what's this one? I think it's coming. Oh, I knew that was coming. I'm sorry. A moon roof. Oh, I love that thinking. Thank you, Constricted Constitution. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rishu. Uh, oh, I hope that was just a mild sneeze of nothing. Okay, so Cornell, Rishu, Constricted Constitution, now Dumb Guy, AJ, Sai, Richard, Sachin, all correct. AJ, a moonroof, love that. Sunroof, yes, this is a sunroof. I'm going for else reading, retake examination. It's too difficult. Wish me luck. Oh, good luck, Sadia. Good luck to you and welcome back. Um, Sunroof, okay. Panorama sunroof. Hell, thank you, Sai. Bless you. Thank you, Samia Faya Hati. Sunroof, a panorama sunroof. Yeah, this is quite a fancy sunroof, isn't it? It's full. Hi, Jer, how are you? Hi, Paul. I'm good. I just sneezed live from Dublin, sneezing. But I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're well too. I'm from Thai. Hello to you in Thailand. Best of luck. Yeah, everyone wish Sadia good luck in the chat. Never hold a sneeze in, it could puncture vein. Yeah, I do that a little bit. I do hold it in a little bit. So I am guilty of that. Okay, so earlier we had bus lane, and now we have roads with many lanes. And we have lots of words for this type of road in English. So jump on. What would you call this? Would I agree? Would I disagree? What would I call this road? You're native. Yeah, I'm a native English speaker. I am in Dublin, in Ireland. Okay. So we have Cornell, Anorak in with highway. Constricted constitution is in with highway as well. A carriageway, yes. A carriageway is another term. Usually a carriageway in Dublin, we call it a dual carriageway and it has just two lanes. An autobahn, yeah, this is what we would call it in Germany. A two carriageway, yeah, exactly. Carriageway is usually two. Expressway, this could be called an expressway, a double carriage highway. Yeah, I think we have one, two, three carriages. So carriage, I'm not sure. Dual carriageway. Expressway, yeah, I go expressway. Manage PM, hello to you, hello to you. Auto lane, you could maybe, I've never heard auto lane. A long road from Coca. Yeah, that is another way to describe it. The type of road, though, I would go motorway, highway, expressway, motorway. We have lots of lanes. Yes, the devil in hell. Yes, a highway. Yeah, so motorway is more British English, Irish English. Highway, expressway in American English, definitely a bit more, but lots of different terms for it. Okay, types of vehicle. What is the name of this one? What is the American term that is usually used for something like this? Okay, it's an acronym. The highway to hell. I'm on a highway to hell. There we go. Have to get a bit of singing out every now and again. Motorway, highway, expressway. Nice. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, Nija, please, hello to you. And you just jumped in with the answer. Very well done. I was looking for the word RV. Yeah, RV. Camper van is a caravan. Yeah, yeah. A convertible is something else. A convertible is a car that can, you can move the roof up and down. A caravan, a truck, not really. A caravan, don't know. An RV, yeah, bravo. A vanity van. I don't know if it's called a vanity van. An RV, yeah. A Thor motor coach. There we go. Is that a brand? Thank you for your videos. I can help my patients. Thank you, Jesus Enrique Ortegas Diaz. 1050. Thank you so much. And check out my latest video, which is for healthcare assistance. It's doing really well. Loads of comments on it. So thanks everyone for supporting it. If you haven't seen it yet, jump over and give it a like and a hype. The caravan looks a lot like Ben 10 car. I don't know what a Ben 10 is. Caravan from Coca. Everyone like, oh, hi, Stabworthy, a sub, and touch the emojis on the side and share the channel with everyone. Thank you, Stabworthy. You're very welcome, Stabworthy. We're just on RV. I get the van part of caravan, but what's a caravan? I don't know. I don't know what a caravan is. Camper van. Yeah, another word would be camper van. Don't use the name Jesus for your profile names. I saw. Okay, well, that's everyone's. And Winnebago. There we go. There's another one. Ben 10 is a cartoon. Oh, I think I have heard of it. Carriage and van. There we go. That's a good explanation. A Winnebago is an RV brand. Wow, okay. So, we had battery earlier, a car battery or car acid lead battery, and sometimes the battery dies. It no more energy. So what do we call these? We might have a few variations on these. Um, so Sai, yes, you're correct. Yes. Caravan is a group of people, especially traders or pilgrims, traveling together across the desert. Yeah, a caravan is more of a British term for a mobile home. Kind of a little bit more like a trailer than an RV, I would say. Okay, so what words would we have for this? Okay, if we needed these in an emergency, what would we say to someone in an English speaking country? I need. Ugh. Okay, so size in with jumper cable. Perfect. This is a little bit more of an American way of saying it. Cornell jumper, yeah, jumper cables, jumper from Sachin now. Perfect. Battery, yeah, this is for the battery, Anorak. A jumper, Niga, please. Jumper, a jumper cable. Connector, yeah, it definitely connects them. I would call it jump leads. That's what we would call it, jump leads, or jumper leads, maybe. Jumper cable is absolutely perfect, or jump leads. And an Audi, the battery is in the trunk. There we go. There we go. Yeah. The nicer the car, I think the battery's in the back, isn't it? Okay, let's keep going. So I'm looking for the American version or the British version. or I'm looking for both really. What is the British English? What is the American English for this vehicle? Mac? Who's Mac? I really out of touch with culture. Okay, a freight truck. Yeah, we have a truck, a trailer. So the trailer's on the back of the truck. This is the truck here. Niga please is in with truck. Now has trailer, which is the bit at the back. A freight truck, yeah, Cornell, that's a great way of describing it. Sai is in with truck. Ritu is in with the British English, and so is Niga. We have Larry and Larry. Sai is in with Larry as well. Sachin is saying freight truck, yeah. A Larry is small. No, we British people could call this a Larry, definitely. That's really what I'm looking for. Lorry in British English or a truck in American English. Now, we would say either in Ireland, we would say a truck or a lorry. Lorry is smaller. We call it an 18 wheeler because of all the wheels. Very good description. A freight truck, yeah. So a truck or a lorry. Mac is a brand of truck. Whenever a friend and I see one, we always say that's our old friend Mac, or sometimes the Mighty Mac. Oh, well, there we go. I did not know that. I don't really know about truck types. Um, I'm not really sure. But yeah, a Scania. Is that another one? Another a brand? Why do Americans say faucet for a tap? I have no idea. Faucet probably sounds maybe a bit more French, maybe, or there's a lot of influence in American culture from Dutch people, and so it could come from that. But it sounds a lot more fancy than tap. I'm going to turn on the faucet. Okay, so you need to go for a taxi, and maybe at the airport, there's a specific place where the taxis all line up and wait for customers. What is that? What is this place? We do have a difference again. We have American English and British English. We definitely call this something different to Americans. But what are some words there? Mack truck is an older term, but it still works. Very good. Okay, so these are cabs, yeah, or taxis. They're another word for it. But what is this place called? So if you're looking for this place in America, in the airport or in a city, where would you? What is the place you're looking for? Where the taxis all queue up? So great. We have Ridu in with the British English. A taxi line, yeah, you could definitely call it a taxi line. That would be understood, AJ. The correct terms I'm really looking for in American English is taxi stand. So Sai is in, Niga is in with taxi stand. A taxi rank is what we would call it in definitely in Ireland and the UK, a taxi rank. A taxi rank, yeah, from Rishu and Sachin. A movie truck. Oh, yeah, it could be. You see lots of these in movies, don't you? But yeah, this is a taxi rank in Britain or in Ireland. We would say, "Where's the taxi rank? I need to go home." Or taxi stand. Taxi stand. Where do we buy our cars? What is the name of the type of store where we buy cars? Okay. Why rank? I don't know. I don't know. Rank is another way of, you have ranks in the army. So it could be, ranking is a queue, isn't it, in your career? So rank is also using this term in a way as a queue. Okay. Yeah, careful. A red car is moving towards you. Ah! Oh, I like your humor. I like it. I like it, Sachin. Okay, so yes, the correct terms I'm looking for is a dealership or a dealer. A dealership from Nal, Anorak, car dealer from Sai, Niga, car dealership, a car showroom. Yeah, you'd be probably more inclined to call it a showroom. Reach is in with showroom as well. In UK and Ireland, showroom, but a car dealership definitely a more of American or car dealer. A car distributor, yeah, a car distributor definitely could be called that. Yeah, a car distributor would be more business to business, maybe. Maybe more of maybe the higher level above a dealership. I like your lock. Thank you. I don't own a lock, but Ireland does have locks. Okay, classic American car. You'll see maybe a few of these in Ireland. A few used really for workmen and stuff. Oh, I like your laugh. Oh, not your luck, your laugh. Thank you. Okay, so what type of car is this? Very common. It's really associated with American and USA, um, workmen out in the country. What type of car do we have? A utility truck. Yeah, definitely. A Ford. I don't know car specifics. I'm not advertising. But yeah, we have a pickup truck from Cunel. It's from Psy. A UTE. I never knew it was called a UTE. A pickup truck from Sachin. Very good. Yes, the laugh. Thank you. A double cabin truck. Is this? Oh, it's a double cabin. Oh, it's a really fancy one. Okay. A double cabin pickup truck. Very good. You guys are, I like how specific you guys are. Okay. So this in a car. In Australia, we call utility trucks UTE for short. There we go. Thank you, Constricted Constitution. Okay, so Niga, these pickup trucks are so unnecessarily huge. I agree. If you don't need one, don't get one. Okay, so I have an itchy ear. What do we call this in British English and in American English? Might be some difference with Australian English as well, actually. What do we call this? Hi, Aurora. Hello to you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the quiz. Okay, so we have a few different words here. Stick shift, okay, which is I would think would be the American term. A gear selector, that's a very fancy name for it. I think stick shift or gear stick, we call it a gear stick. A manual shift, yeah, it's a manual gear shift. A gear knob, it is a type of knob, definitely. But I would go more stick. We call it a stick, more gear stick. Stick shift, yeah, that's the American term. You're late today. Don't worry, Aurora. Good thing that you're here. A gear shift, yeah, from Sachin. A joystick. I don't think so. I remember the joystick from the Atari. I go way back. Okay, yeah. So we go gear stick, stick shift in American English, gear stick in British. Did someone say joystick? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, what are these? You definitely need these. A gear lever. Yeah, it could be a lever. Definitely a gamer. Yeah. I go all the way back. I had the Atari, I had a Commodore 64, I had a Sega Mega Drive, I had N64, I had them all. So we have constricted constitution is in window wipers. Yes, yes. Or windscreen wipers. Wipers, yeah. Check your spelling there, Rita. Wipers. It's Aurora, check yours too. Niga, windscreen wipers. Yeah, windshield wipers. Yeah, I go more windscreen wipers. Very good sound effects. Thank you. Windshield wipers, yeah, a wiper. Yeah, we just call it a wiper. WIPR, wiper. Windshield wiper, yeah. Masik Mojimder, hello, I'm very well, thank you. Glad to have you here. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, windscreen wipers or windshield wipers. I saw in your mall the criminals turn up wipers to stab owners. Oh my God. God, well, stay away from that mall. A wiper, a WIP or wiper. Okay. Wiper or whipper? Okay, so wiper, WIPER, or wipers. There we go. Windscreen wipers or windshield wipers. Okay, what do we call these things? So when you're parking, you have to put some money. These are the ones that we have in Ireland. These ones are a little bit more old school. I think they still have these in America. So, I wouldn't really call it a toll, although it is a type of toll. Toll is more what you drive through, like the toll booth. It's not a booth. Booths are at the toll. Toll is something different. This is when we're parking. So we have made of and made from. Much the same, really. Thanks for the wiper correction. No problem. So Crunel and Sai and Rishu, Aurora, parking toll meter. Yeah, I would go parking meter or park. I would say park meter. I'd say parking meter. A parking meter, definitely. I agree. Thank you, Amir. So a parking meter. Okay. This one's more coin. This one is can you use your credit card maybe, or sometimes you text them now and you have different systems in the world. I don't know. I try to avoid them. It's not ableable in our country. Oh, I see. Okay. It's not possible, maybe you'd say. So, what is this? What do we call this? I think it's pretty called. It's called like the same thing in UK and are on a dashboard. Yeah, this up bit, but we're put that in your pocket. I haven't come to that bit yet, or you're jumping ahead. You're too clever. So we have glove box. Yeah, glove box. Pretty really good. I would call it something else, something similar, but Cornell is in, Aurora's in, Niga is in glove box. A bonnet, no, bonnet's at the front over the engine. A glove box from Satin, AJ glove box. Masfik Bashport. Oh, I don't know what language that is. Glove box. Yes, a glove box. So I would say we say the glove compartment, which adds a little bit more. Everyone else has the bonnet. Yeah, I don't have the bonnet on here. I wonder why specifically gloves. Maybe olden days people used to face it. I was thinking the same thing, constricted constitution. I was thinking that in the very first cars they had no you know roof. So maybe they were freezing and they had their gloves specifically in there. I would say glove compartment, a cubby box, maybe called a cubby box, maybe, but I would call it a glove box or a glove compartment. I would call it a glove compartment. Oh my goodness, I left my wallet in there. Thanks for reminding me, not a joke. Good, don't leave your stuff in your car. This is usually refrigerated. Yeah, in Italy, they would have refrigerated glove boxes. Or in America, it's called a gun compartment. Oh, let's not go there. A glove compartment, yeah. Back in the day when there was no roof on the car, they wore driving gloves. Yeah, that's the thought, isn't it? That's what I thought. Okay, let's move on. So this is connected to the back of the car. What do we call this in English? Pretty much I would say the same thing in British and American English. I always leave a fake wallet in my car. There's a good tip from Constricted Constitution. Aurora. A glove box, that was the last one. A glove box or a glove compartment. That was what we called it last time. Okay, so trailer. Yeah, you'd hire this trailer. Reader saying, yeah, trailer hire. This is the exact spot, so that's really well spotted. The word I'm looking for is trailer. Cornell, Rishu, constricted constitution, Masfik, AJ, a trailer because it trails behind the car. Exactly. And yeah, a trailer. Easy, yeah. Probably if you didn't have a pickup, you would use a trailer. A trailer, yeah. Tailgating. Tailgating is when you follow someone closely through a toll or something when you're trying to cheat. My friend called these car wagons. Wagon means something else in Ireland, which we may get into later. Okay, so we have to. What is this? I was just about to say. Not the quizmaster professional today. They are tailgating, yeah. So tailgating is when you follow someone very closely through a gate or something. So what is this called? Cornell is in, Aurora is in, Cornell is in again. A lifter, I wouldn't really call it a lifter. We have because with this motion that we do with this, we kind of have a very specific word for it. A jack lifter, maybe, yeah. So the correct answer is it's a jack, a car jack to be specific. Cornell is in, Aurora is in, hydraulic jack from Cornell again, yeah. A ramp, no, this part is the ramp, maybe. Car jack from Rishu, a jack lifter from Masfik, a jack from AJ. You're saying pickup truck. I thought you were saying pickle truck. I was very confused. Oh, a pickup truck. I appreciate you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You have say on many lives at your work. I have always recommended that my colleagues at Shea Clinic should do with your videos. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was hoping for. That medical people will see my videos and share them with your colleagues and use them and watch them together and practice together. That's really the best way to learn. So thank you, Jesus. To lift car for repair or changing tire. Yes, Aurora. Thank you for your live. I got to run. Thank you, Coca. Thank you so much for joining and subscribing. Thank you so much. Maryland25, hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure and jump into the chat. Let's see. We only have a few more left to go, guys. A trailer. Yeah, that was the correct answer from before. Man, you made my day. You deserve more views. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you so much. I hope so. I hope keep getting more views. Okay, here's an easy one as we finish up the last few slides. And remember, I'm going to tell you my limousine story at the end, so make sure and stick around. So what is this? What do we call this? Easy peasy. Kunal, now, Masfik Mojimder, Rishu, Constricted Constitution, Sachin, Aurora, Masfik, AJ, all these lovely, lovely people answering. Thank you so much. So we have the steering wheel. Yeah, steering wheel. Steering wheel, almost the hippie symbol. Yes, it almost is. Peace, man. Nuclear disarmament. Yeah, it's the steering wheel. Yeah, or steering. Yeah, perfect. So I thought I'd throw in this one. What's this one called? Just for fun. I'm glad you're here for it, Stabworthy. A hippie symbol, what do you mean? So that symbol upside down is close to a symbol which is the nuclear disarmament symbol. So, Kunal, a derby, yeah, exactly, that's what's happening. A truck, yeah, but it's a specific type of truck. A monster truck, yeah, Kunal is in. Rishu is in. A 4x4 monster truck, yeah, Masfik. A jumbo truck, yeah, we call it monster truck. Stabworthy, yeah, monster truck. I've never been to anything like that. I don't know in Ireland if we have anything like this. A monster truck from Sachin. Peace sign is called a hippie symbol. There we go. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come on down. Come on down, mother truckers. See what I did there? That was funny. Okay, one of our last slides. What do we call this? Oh my God, I was in an accident. Thank God I had what's it called? Constricted Constitution. Krunal is in. Roar is in. Let's have a look. Sachin is in. Rishu is in. A back camera monitor. This is a very specific way to describe it, but we do have a word. The don't get sued device. Exactly. Protect yourself at all risk. So of course it is dash cam, Cornell, Constricted Constitution, Aurora, Sachin, Rishu, dash cam from AJ, Sai, and Marilyn. Dash cam, yeah, I would just have it all as one word. I don't think there's a need to separate it. I would use it all as one word. Masfik Munjimder, yeah, dash cam, dashboard camera. So we have it. That's a portmanteau. These are one of these. This is one of these words where we have dashboard, camera, and we slice off parts of the two words and jam it together and have dash cam. So there we go. Okay, our last slide. What is this whole area called? Now, I literally just said the word. So this is probably the easiest one. So helpful. Thank you, Aurora. Yes, yes, of course. Dashboard camera is in the dashboard. No, this one's on top of the dashboard. So dashboard, if it's in the dashboard, then it would be the screen, wouldn't it? So yes, this is the dashboard. I've been saying the word, I said it about 20 times in the last minute. The dashboard, yes. Everyone's correct. Krunal, Nell, Bright Breeze, Aurora, Rishu, Masfik, the cockpit. Definitely of a plane, maybe. AJ, yes, and now we have dashboard. So yes, well done, everybody. That was fantastic. You guys absolutely killed it. Killed it, killed it, killed it. So let's go back a little bit. And we're gonna go back to my limousine story. Now, it's nothing too crazy, but about 21 years ago, I was in Los Angeles. I went to the United States when I was 21. We left it until we were 21 so we could drink alcohol. Yeah, we have a limousine. This is actually a clip from earlier. But yes, you can guess away if you weren't here earlier. A limousine, yes. When are you doing a superhero quiz? I loved the one on when you asked to describe Black Widow. Yeah, I should do a Marvel superhero quiz again, definitely. So a limousine, yeah. Yeah, so everyone's guessing a limousine. So this is one that we actually had earlier, and I said that I had a limousine story. So I do have a limousine story. It's not too exciting, but it is interesting. So about 21 years ago, I went to United States and we traveled all around. We arrived in New York. We thought we'd be really economical and get a 21-day bus pass on the Greyhound buses. We thought this was the best way to get around. And yeah, we had a great time, but it was a little bit, I wouldn't say dangerous, but intimidating in parts. But we had a great time. We went down from New York, we went down to Memphis, and we went to Graceland and went to Beale Street. Then we got like the bus again all the way through Dallas, Texas, Phoenix, up into San Diego. Rustic, rustic, baby. So we ended up in Los Angeles and we stayed right in the center of Los Angeles. We stayed right on the walk of fame. Now, if you've ever been to Los Angeles, you might know that some parts are not very safe. They don't feel very safe. I'm not being judgmental, but it didn't feel, some parts didn't feel safe. Anyway, we wanted to go around the time that we went was the time of the Osbournes. If you remember the Osbournes, Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy Osbourne, I want to visit. Yeah, definitely. I definitely New York, New Jersey, California. Yeah. And I had some great memories from the middle of it. But we wanted to get the Hollywood tour of the Hollywood mansions, the celebrity mansions. Now, I don't think it was very legal, but it was 21 years ago. So, you know. So Sharon! I love it. I love it. Sharon! Oh, Ozzy, darling. So yeah, and we're coming up to the Osbournes actually. The story involves the Osbournes. So yeah, so we went along the Hollywood Walk. I can't remember how we got the limo, but we got the limo. The limo for 3 hours was like $250. Probably a really good bargain actually, because there was six of us. Was there six of us? There was five of us. There was five of us. Sharon. So we spent that money, and this guy brought us on a tour of Bel Air, up into the Hollywood Hills, all around the celebrity homes. It was amazing. And I do have the pictures somewhere. I must scan them and put them on the computer and show you guys. But we had a great time. We saw Madonna's house. We saw, I'm trying to remember. We saw like the Playboy Mansion. We saw lots and lots of famous people's house, Madonna's house. But the first house when you come into Bel Air, the first house that you come to is the Osbournes house. And if you remember the Osbournes from MTV 20 years ago, I watched every episode like 20 times. So the limo driver was like, I cannot stop outside the house. I have to pull up the street. You guys get out, take your pictures, then come back up to the limousine, and everything will be fine. Okay. So we did that. We got out. He pulled up. We got out. We walked down the street a little bit, and we were outside the Osbournes' house. Now, if you watch this, if you might be very young and didn't watch it, or maybe never watched it, but they used to set the sprinklers off on people. They used to, if you got too close, they would just hose you with water. So I went up and I got hosed with water. And that's my big story. But as that happened, I was with a few girls and there was another guy. I heard all this screaming, this like crazy, crazy screaming. And as I was jumping around, very happy, getting sprayed with water by the Osbournes, Brad Pitt drove by limousine. What is Sharon? Sharon Osbourne is the wife of Ozzy Osbourne, the Osbournes. So yeah, we had a great time. That was really I told you it wasn't that exciting, but that was very exciting to us. And we saw the singer Mary J. Blige on the street. So yeah, what can I say? Yeah. Wow, what a great experience. I guess Madonna's house is the most famous. Yeah, there was the one, what's the name of the guy that he created all the TV Spelling, Tori Spelling, her dad Spelling, that was the big mansion. That was the one with all the money. 20 years ago, 200 for 3 hours. Yeah, for five people. It's not that bad, really. That's so cool. Thank you. Yes, it was great. Yeah, worth it. What's the meaning of screaming? Screaming. Is that what you mean? So yeah, we had a great time in America. Like, to be honest, I went with four other people, and at the end, we all hated each other. Nobody talked. Like, I didn't speak to any of them after the holiday. We went to the America for a month, and like it was awful. We all stayed in the same hotel room. We were all together 24 hours a day. It was a nightmare. Thank you, AJ. Hello, sir. Hi, Pinky Minge. Nice name. Nice to have you here. So yeah, that was like, but I did see I had some lovely memories from America. $250 was like 220,000. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it probably was very cheap. €50, $50 each for 3 hours. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So yeah, we had a great time in like I had lots of great experiences. We love San Diego. San Diego was like heaven to us. We had great breakfast there. We loved the beach, and it was really idyllic. New York, we ended up back in New York. We flew back. We were like, no more buses, no more Greyhound ever again. And we flew back to New York for like 9 days, but we were really jet lagged. Like we didn't get up some days till like 4 p.m. It was wasted on us. But yeah, I had a great experience. Like when I look back, it was fantastic. The people I went with weren't great, but we were all together in one room, one hotel room all the time. Beaches or mountains? Oh, I like forests, so I think mountains. Hello, sir. Rupal Mishra. Hello to you. Hello to you. Um, so yeah, I'm more of a mountains. My dream to go back to America, to the USA, would be I'd love to go to Colorado, to Denver. There's a direct flight from Dublin to Denver, and I'd love to rent an RV and go up and do the parks and stuff. Rupal, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much. People you travel with your friends. Yeah, we all worked together in a supermarket and we all saved lots of money. I had thousands. I had loads of money going, and we went for a month, and money became a problem. There was kind of jealousy. One of the people that we went was just I would say an absolute arsehole of a person, and kind of ruined it for everybody. But we went back to work afterwards. We talked, but the friendships were all dead. But yeah, an interesting time. An interesting time. One of my favorite experiences was I was on the Greyhound bus and I didn't sleep very well on the Greyhound. Everyone around me did. The whole bus was asleep at this point. We were driving through Texas and we were driving through the oil fields. The oil pumps were going and going. And the sun was, I don't know if the sun was setting, rising probably. And it was just a huge field of pumps in the background. The sun was rising, and it was just very iconic and very beautiful. So, money is our biggest enemy. I think so. I think so. What's your favorite holiday destination? I would have to say Sicily. I do love Italy. I've been to Italy many times. I kind of lived there on and off for 2 years. I was there a lot. Um, Part-time lived there. I love the food. I love the people. I love the language. Um, what is the meaning of selling your soul? To sell your soul, it comes from selling your soul to the devil. You do it in exchange for something that you want. Um, you know, doing something you shouldn't for money. But Sicily is definitely my favorite. Yeah, I really, really like Sicily. I haven't been back. My former partner was Sicilian, so I haven't been back since we broke up, which is over 2 years now. And does the devil do refunds? I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, so I'm looking forward to go back to Sicily, exploring more of Sicily, and seeing stuff that I never got a chance to see in the 8 years I was going there. So yeah, Sicily, Italy in general. I was in Rome for the first time this year. If you ever get a chance to go to Rome, It is amazing. Is it real or just in the stories? Oh, I'm not here to tell anyone what to believe. But yeah, Italy is my favorite. I have been many, many, many times, probably over 30 times, and I probably lived there in total, probably maybe 7, 8 months, maybe in total. Come to Mars, we are waiting. Melon from Mars. Yeah, I would never go to space. I would be terrified to go to space. That was I love space, I love astronomy, I love the stars, I love looking at them, but I would never want to. I don't really like getting planes, so getting me on a spaceship is really not going to happen. Is there a special reason why ships, airplanes, and submarines are called she in the language? Yeah, I suppose like in when we look at something like Italian, say, we have gendered things, we have nouns which are gendered. So I think, I don't know why specifically ships and vehicles are called she, but generally, yes. And if you think about other words like Italian, a car is macchina, so it is a female. So not only in English do we think of machines as female, but in other languages. So I'd say it probably comes from that. No matter what you believe, Masfiq, selling your soul is used more as a metaphor, like selling your soul to Hollywood in terms of actors, yes, or selling your soul to a company. If the company's involved in bad things and you advertise and you don't care, that's selling your soul. Do you believe in astrology? I think there's definitely something with astrology in terms of numbers and like there's 12 zodiac signs, 12 apostles, there's the number 12 and numbers and things. I don't know. I don't know. I think I like to have fun with it, but I'm not sure if it falls in line. I'm very scientific in my beliefs, and it's not they're not even beliefs, they're factual. So I put my kind of beliefs in science and um hard proof, but I'm becoming a little bit softer on that as I get older. Astrology was used for directions in medieval, but people misuse the meanings today. There we go. I didn't know that. Yeah, we have the constellations in the sky used for directions, but people, still use those constellations for fortune telling, don't they? So, oh, very interesting. Yeah, yeah, it is constricted constitution. Yeah, there we go. So I like a little bit of fun. Like I think that spiritual stuff, and I don't know, you know, I, so nothing is proven, so it's hard to have an opinion. Um, I think back to our ancestors who thought when there was lightning and thunder in the sky that gods were angry, but now we know it's the weather. So things that we don't explain or can't explain yet. Let's do some vocabulary on astronomy. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'll do that this week. Thanks, really, for the suggestion. Yeah, definitely. We might throw some sci-fi stuff in there as well. So, what's my plan? My plan for the rest of the day is it's a quarter to 6 almost here. I have some work to do. So, I'm kind of in the mood for that now. I'm going to do some work and some designing and finish off what I have to do. And then some Minecraft, some dinner. We're having our roast today. We're having roast beef. My mother's downstairs right now cooking the roast beef. The story of you and your friends reminded me of GTA 5 video game where there's a mission about traveling around celebrities' houses. Very good. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's quite referential. It was very iconic. I mean, you saw like the Playboy Mansion, like all the things that like close your eyes and think of what you will see, and that's pretty much what you see. And we'll go straight to bed. It's 11 p.m. there. Oh, yes. What's the temperature outside? Let's see. It's 8 degrees here in Dublin. And this week is going to get very cold. On Thursday, it's going down to 0 degrees, freezing on Thursday. So we're definitely in winter now. I can smell the roast beef from the screen. Yeah, roast beef, potatoes, lots of gravy and veg. Yum, yum, yum. Last stream made me so hungry. Yeah, we had food all last week. And yeah, I was starving. I think I had Pringles on one of them. So yeah, you guys in India are 4.5 hours ahead. So, or 5.5 hours now. I'm not sure. Pringles. Yes, the Pringles. I'm hungry. Okay, yeah, I'm hungry too. Okay, everyone. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining today. Lots of fun. That was a great topic. Tomorrow we're going to do some history. Hmm. What are we going to do? Well, I'll figure it out by then. So, everyone, have a lovely Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've really appreciated. Thank you, Constricted Constitution, for your generosity, for joining my fan tier on the channel. If anyone else wants to participate like that, you're more than welcome. Thank you for the stream. You're very welcome. I teach English for grade 6 and 7. Thank you, Sachin. I have a Jewish friend. He is highly spiritual. He is believing in soul. Very good. It's 11:13 in India. Thanks, Jared. Thanks, Ritu. Have a nice evening. Thank you, Sacha. So thank you all so much for joining. It's been wonderful. We've had so much fun, so much great vocabulary on the quiz today, and tomorrow even more vocabulary and quizzing and fun and chats and more about me. I'm sure I'll find another song to sing at some point. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, no matter where you are. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Nell. Thank you, Masfik. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow. Bye, Stopworthy. Where's New Jersey? He's very quiet these days. He's very quiet. Thank you, AJ. Good evening to you. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling cozy now and snuggly. Bye, Ritu. Okay, I'm going, everybody. Bye bye. Good night. See you. Buon Domenica. Thank you, Marilanne.